shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Your boy Chris is out on the Goldwing today, talking to you via the Center 50. The Center 50 out here on the 2016 Honda Goldwing out here in the Memphis area. Decided to get the bike out for a ride, just running some errands today. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts about my new 21 Honda Goldwing. But before I do that, I want to talk to you a little bit about my 2016 Honda Goldwing. I must admit that every time that I sit on this bike, it feels good. It is so comfortable. It's like, I'm serious. I mean, every time I get on this bike, I get that same feeling. You know, you get that feeling that you can ride from coast to coast. So this morning, I was actually doing a little bit of fantasizing. Now, not in the fantasizing that some of you may be thinking, get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter. I was actually fantasizing about the Honda Goldwing. Well, what do you mean you was fantasizing about the Honda Goldwing? Well, I'm glad you asked. When I ride this 2016 Honda Goldwing, I always say to myself, it is so comfortable, it feels good. A good big touring bike, a good highway bike, keep the wind off of you. My shirt ain't whipping around, it is just very comfortable. But when I ride the 21, it's a different feeling. One of the things that I notice is different about the new Honda Goldwing is that DCT engine is off the chain. It's off the chain. The power, the strength, the smooth acceleration. But when I sit on my 2016 Honda Goldwing, I always say to myself, man, this bike is comfortable. This bike is just so comfortable. As it relates to the engine, it needs another gear. I find myself always looking for that extra gear. It seems like it runs at a higher RPM. You know, right now I'm only doing less than 70 and I'm running almost 3,000 RPM. But if I was on my 21, the RPMs would be a lot lower at a higher speed. So this GL 1800, it needed an engine upgrade. But where am I going with this? You talked about fantasizing. You talked about this bike is really comfortable and the power of the DCT. I'm here to tell you that in my opinion, and I'm just going to point out one of the advantages of the 21 Honda Goldwing over this 2016 model is that DCT engine. If I had to point out any advantages of that 21 over the 2016, is that DCT engine. Now there's a couple more little bit advantages, but that is the biggest advantage. I'll be doing a video later talking about the difference between the two bikes. But the power of the DCT engine, the shifting, the smoothness is a lot better than the engine on my 2016. Now, don't get me wrong, this 2016 has a lot of power, but the engine feels different than the 21. So, getting back to the things I was fantasizing about, I was actually thinking about if Honda would have taken that same DCT engine that's on my 21 Honda Goldwing, and if they would have put it on this GL 1800 on this 2016, or the models prior to 2018, if they would have took that same DCT engine and put it on the Goldwings that was made before 2018, it would be a grand slam for Honda. No other bike could touch it. The Royal Venture couldn't touch it. The Harley Davidsons couldn't touch it. Any touring bike out on the market couldn't touch a Honda if it had that DCT engine inside of this GL 1800. Sometimes you have to combine products to come up with the perfect product. Well, what do you mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Have you guys ever eaten a Reese's Pieces? Well, they took peanut butter and mixed it with chocolate to get the Reese's Pieces. They took chocolate and mixed it with coconut to get the peppermint patty. To me, the new Goldwing is like ice cream. The previous model is like peach cobbler. But can you imagine if you combined the two? If you took a bowl of hot peach cobbler and put some cold ice cream on top, how good that would taste? Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on it. Can you imagine the flavor? So earlier I was thinking about, and I was fantasizing about my 2016 Honda Goldwing. I was thinking about the power of that DCT engine, the smoothness, the acceleration. Honda, if you're watching this video, if you want to make a grand slam, you want to knock the ball out the park, you want to put all other touring bikes to shame, Honda, if you would bring back this big body Goldwing and you would take that DCT engine and put it on this big body Goldwing, you would have a grand slam, out of the park, home run. No other bike out there couldn't touch it. Because right now, when you made the new Goldwing, you trimmed it down. I get it. You made it lighter. I get it. You made it more sportier. You made the mirrors smaller. You made the gas tank smaller. It's a luxury sports bike. Let me say it again. The new Goldwing, in my opinion, is a luxury sports bike. This older GL 1800 is a luxury touring bike. Two different things, two different classes. To me, that new Goldwing is in the class of sport. This older Goldwing is in the class of luxury. Can you imagine if Honda would have taken that same engine off the 21 Honda Goldwing and put it on the GL 1800 on my 2016 model? From the models 2012 through 2017, could you have imagined if Honda would have done that? If they would have taken that DCT engine and put it on the 2012 through 2017 model, it would be a grand slam, out of the park, home run, in my opinion. That DCT engine is so smooth. The shifting is so smooth. The sport mode will throw you off the bike. It got a lot of power. One of the things that I find with this new Goldwing is that in the handlebars is a fine vibration. And it seems like it's coming from, I'm not sure if it's the power of the engine or if the way the handlebars are designed, but it's getting some vibration, in my opinion, from the engine up to the right hand grip. And as a result, it's causing fatigue to your right hand. I don't feel it in that left. I feel it in the right. For some reason, if anybody watching this video, is your Goldwing, your new Goldwing, do you have that same issue where you feel like it's a fine vibration on the throttle and it numbs your hand after a certain amount of time? It's not comfortable. But on my GL 1800, I don't feel that vibration in my handlebars. I don't get it. I don't feel it. Two different engines. So I'm not sure if Honda need to do something to the handlebars. I'm not sure if the way the front end is made, I'm not sure. But all I know is on that 21 Honda Goldwing, I get a fine vibration in my throttle. And it causes fatigue. It doesn't feel, it's not comfortable, it doesn't feel good. So on a long trip, I can see that being a problem on the new Goldwing. But I do not get that on the GL 1800 on my 2016. I don't get that fine vibration. So Honda, if you're watching this video and you want to make a grand slam, you want to knock the ball out the park, bring back the big body Goldwing. Take that same DCT engine off the new Goldwing and put it on this GL 1800. As a matter of fact, if you really want to give your customers some options, just have two bikes. Call the new Goldwing the DCT Sport or the Goldwing Sport, and call the older Goldwing the Goldwing Tour, or just Honda Goldwing. It's just words. But if you really want to give your customers some options, make both bikes. Continue to make the new Goldwing, but bring back the big body style. Take that same DCT engine and put it in this GL 1800. No other motorcycle manufacturer can touch your motorcycle at that point, because here in America, motorcycle owners like big. They prefer big. Now, I can get into why they like small, but let me tell you why they like big. Americans like everything big. Big houses, big cars. They like everything big. They want the motorcycle big and wide. And there's a lot of advantages to having a big, heavy Goldwing. I know some of you say, well, the Goldwing was too big, it's too heavy. That's what makes the Goldwing ride comfortable. That's what makes it so smooth. That's what makes it a road bike. See, right now, I feel like I can ride this bike from coast to coast without a problem. I feel like that physically. But when I get on my 2100 Goldwing, I don't feel like that. Now, could I take that 2100 Goldwing and ride it from coast to coast? Sure I can. There's a lot of people out there who's doing it. You can drive with your feet, but that don't make it a good idea. So it can be done. We all know that. It can be done. Yes, you can get on that 21 and drive it from East Coast to West Coast. But I'm here to tell you, the seat that's on this GL 1800 is a lot more comfortable. The way the seat is cut is more comfortable. The cushion is more comfortable. Now, I know some of you say, well, the seat has to break in. But I'm here to tell you that the seat on this GL 1800 is more comfortable than that new Goldwing. When I sit on this GL 1800, it's like, I mean, I feel like I'm just in luxury. I feel like I can just ride all day. I feel like I can just ride on and on. Just an endless ride. When I'm on my new 2100 Goldwing, I'm moving around. I feel like, man, I'm ready to get off of it. It's not as comfortable as the previous model Goldwing. So Honda, if you're watching this video, if you really want to make a grand slam, you really want to knock it out the park, take that same DCT engine that you put on that sport model and put it on the big body. And I promise you, your sales would go out of the roof. No other touring motorcycle can touch it. There would be no other Goldwing in its class that can touch it. Because when you changed from the older Goldwing and you went to the newer Goldwing, you made the bike smaller. So at that point, you took it out of the class of the big bikes. It's not in the same class. It doesn't feel like a luxury touring bike. It feels more like a sport tourer. Feel more sporty. And notice I keep using the word sport because to me, that's how it feels. This bike that I'm riding now, this current GL 1800, feels like an old Cadillac. Just comfortable, just big and comfortable. My shirt ain't whipping around. You don't see a lot of wind coming up and getting up under my shirt. But I do agree, this bike could use some upgrades. So yes, I agree. The older GL 1800, yes, it needed some upgrades. But notice I said upgrades, not scrapped. Coca-Cola is still using the same ingredients from decades ago. When you find a product that works, you stick with it. Things are gonna always change. Technology is gonna always change. Things are gonna always prove. You can't stay in one spot. But when you got a good product, you don't want to get away from it. You can add to it to make it better, but you don't want to change it. So in my opinion, if Honda would have took the engine off of my 2100 Goldwing and put it on this GL 1800, it would be a grand slam out of the park. Can't nobody touch it. The Raw Star Venture couldn't touch it. The Harley Davidson Ultra Classic CVO. Is that two bikes? Ultra Classic CVO. The Indian Roadmaster couldn't touch it. No matter what touring bike is out there, if Honda would have taken that same DCT engine and put it on the previous model Goldwing, no bike out there can touch it. If Honda would have put an adjustable windshield on this previous model Goldwing, if they would have added Bluetooth to the previous model Goldwing and add some other little intricate upgrades, no other motorcycle in its class couldn't touch it. But when you changed the style, when you made the bike smaller, when you decreased the size of the fairing, when you made the bike lighter, when you reduced the size of the gas tank, when you made the windshield smaller, and you made the mirrors smaller, and you made the saddlebag smaller, and you made the trunk smaller, and you made the foot peg smaller, and you made it more sportier, you took a step backwards. You took a step back. Now, again, that DCT engine is off the chain. So the takeaway from this vlog is bring back the big body Goldwing. Take that same DCT engine that's on the new Goldwing and put it on this previous model Goldwing and add a few upgrades to this big body Goldwing, like an electronic windshield, and add Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay and Android Play. And no other motorcycle in its class couldn't touch it. And keep the smaller, sportier Goldwing, because there's a lot of people out there can't handle a big bike. There's women out there that would prefer a smaller bike. There's people out there with health issues that would prefer a smaller bike. You might have some people out there that may not have the muscle mass to hold up the big bike. There's a lot of people out there that will still choose the smaller Goldwing. But give the Goldwing fan base a choice. Give them the big bike and give them the small bike. Give them both. Give them both. It's like Ford. They got the Ford F-150, the Ford F-250, the Ford F-350. Hello, somebody. Because you got different people that need different types of trucks that's going to do different types of hauling. If you got a guy, he's only hauling maybe some lawn equipment, he may decide to just get him a F-150. But if he's going to be hauling some horses and a big old horse trailer, he may want to get him a big dually, a big Ford with the big engine in it. You guys know about the big Lariat engines and those big old dualies. So Ford was smart enough to know that we got to give our customers a choice. They were smart enough to realize, you know what, we can't just make one truck, because there's so many people out there that will buy a truck for different reasons, right? Even Mercedes, they don't have one style Mercedes. They got several style Mercedes. You got the small Mercedes, goes all the way up to the big Mercedes. Hello, somebody. Even an airplane, you got a small little Cessna, and it goes all the way up to an Airbus. So Honda, if you're watching this video, if you want to make a grand slam or knock out the park, have two Goldwings. One, keep the current Goldwing you have. Keep it, because there's a lot of people out there that can benefit from that smaller new Goldwing. So I'm not taking none away from that group. But you have another group, the big guys. You got big guys where 300-400 pounds. Their wife may weigh 300 or 400 pounds. Chris, are you calling my wife fat? No, I'm not calling your wife fat. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people out there that will not buy the smaller bike because it's small. So bring back a big style. The same style as this GL 1800, where a biker can feel like they're sitting in the pocket, not on top of the bike. The new Goldwing is fine, but bring back the big body style. Take that same engine off of the new Goldwing, put it on the big Goldwing. Make an adjustable windshield for the GL 1800. Put Bluetooth on it. Put Apple CarPlay on it. Put Android Play on it. Or Android Connect. Whatever you guys want to call it. Now, some of you may say, well, why don't we just make a big Goldwing that looks like the new Goldwing? No, that's not what I'm saying. Remember, you don't want to sit on top of the bike. You want to sit in the pocket. Bring back the GL 1800 and just upgrade it. I guess you technically could make a bigger version of the new Goldwing. I guess you technically could make a bigger version. But would it feel the same? Could you still cut the seat the same? Or would the seat look like the seat that's on my 21? Which would defeat the whole purpose. Remember, when I get on this 2016, I feel like I'm in luxury. I feel like I'm riding an old Cadillac, an old deuce and a quarter. But when I get on my new Goldwing, it's a different feeling. So I don't think Honda should make a big version of the new Goldwing. I think Honda should make a big version of the current 2016. Or from 2012 through 2017. I think they should make bring back that big version and just add to it. Get that fine vibration out of the handlebar on the right side. I don't know why is that. I know the front end's supposed to be upgraded. There's nothing wrong with the front end that's on this GL 1800. There's nothing wrong with the current triple tree on this GL 1800, in my opinion. So I'm not going to talk your head off. I'm not going to top any more of your time. But that's my fantasy, that Honda bring back the big GL 1800, but put that DCT engine on here. And you will have a grand slam, out of the park home run. What do you guys think? Put it down in the comment section below. I didn't try to cover everything. I didn't try to cover all of the bases. I know I left some things out that could be an improvement. But I just wanted to give you guys my overall mind process, my overall thoughts. I'm talking to you via my Center 50. I just wanted to give you guys my overall thoughts, is that if Honda would take that same DCT engine, because it's far superior. That DCT engine is smooth as butter. It is smooth. That paddle shifter is smooth. Them extra gears that's in that engine was well needed. Trust me. Running at a lower RPM. Even if the gas mileage is the same. But if Honda would bring back this big body Goldwing and put that same DCT engine in, it would be a grand slam home run. And also keep the current Goldwing. Have two bikes, in my opinion. I've said it then, and I've said it now. My words hadn't changed. Well, anyway, what do you guys think? Drop it down in the comment section below. I want everybody to chime in on this video because who knows, Honda might be watching. Honda just may read your comment. So if you had anything to say to Honda, put it down in the comment section below. Be sure to click that like button and also click that bell notification. It'll notify you every time I post a new video. And don't forget to sign up for the Chris Caliente Facebook group, the hottest Facebook group in the land, where we talk about anything and everything, every day, all day. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I said, this is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. I said, this is your boy Chris. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. Out on the Goldwing. The most luxurious motorcycle in the world. And I'll debate you every day, all day. And I will talk to you guys later. See ya.